I'm in a size 12, no, 10 in jeans right now. I don't think I've ever wore a size 10 in jeans or
Well, you wore a
anything.
size 10 in pants when you was about 7 or 8. What size is Amy?
I don't know.
Tammy Slaton said one number, and somehow the internet turned it into a full-blown investigation. Size 10. That was all it took. TLC recently brought back a clip of Tammy talking about her weight loss progress ahead of the new season, and instead of viewers simply celebrating how far she has come, the comment section immediately transformed into a courtroom filled with self-appointed denim experts. But the craziest part is that Tammy's clothing size may not even be the real story, because seconds later, her own mother managed to turn Tammy's personal milestone into another comparison with Amy. And Tammy's response might tell us more about her growth than the number on any pair of jeans. In the throwback clip, Tammy says she is wearing around a size 12 before correcting herself. Actually, size 10 in jeans. She even sounds surprised, admitting she doesn't think she has ever worn a size 10 before. Considering Tammy's history, that should have been a huge moment. For years, viewers watched her struggle with extreme weight, limited mobility, serious health scares, and the battle to qualify for weight loss surgery. There was a time when people genuinely questioned whether Tammy would ever reach this point. So you would think her mother might simply say, "Wow, look how far you've come." Instead, Mom immediately tells Tammy that she wore a size 10 when she was around 7 or 8. And what exactly was Tammy supposed to do with that information? Because Tammy is talking about her accomplishment now, and suddenly her mother's dragging the conversation back to what Tammy weighed as a child. Then Mom takes it one step further. She asks Tammy what size Amy wears. And there it is, the comparison. Again. Tammy simply answers, "I don't know." And honestly, that tiny response may have been the smartest thing she could have said. She could have guessed Amy's size. She could have compared herself to her sister. She could have turned her weight loss into a competition. But she didn't. She refused to participate. Several viewers noticed that too, pointing out that Amy's size had absolutely nothing to do with Tammy's accomplishment. Because why does Tammy reaching a milestone suddenly need to become Tammy versus Amy? Who weighs less? Who wears smaller clothes? Who has made more progress? Who deserves more praise? When weight has already been such an emotional issue in this family, constantly comparing sisters can become toxic very quickly. But while Tammy avoided comparing herself to Amy, the internet did the exact opposite. The moment viewers heard size 10, the comments exploded. People started listing their own heights, weights, and clothing sizes as evidence that Tammy could not possibly wear a 10. Some guessed she must actually be a 16, others said 22, and some wanted to know what magical brand was making these supposedly mysterious jeans. But here's the problem. Clothing sizes are wildly inconsistent. Different brands fit differently. Different cuts fit differently. Stretch denim fits differently. And two people at exactly the same weight can carry that weight completely differently. So unless somebody secretly went through Tammy's closet and photographed the label, nobody in that comment section actually knows. Could Tammy have gotten the size wrong? Sure. Could the jeans have a lot of stretch? Absolutely. Could it be a brand with generous sizing? Of course. Reality television viewers should question things, but there is a huge difference between questioning a claim and using it as an excuse to tear somebody's body apart. And that's where this conversation gets uncomfortable. People spent years demanding that Tammy lose weight. Then Tammy loses an enormous amount of weight, her health improves, her mobility improves, her confidence changes, and suddenly the new argument is whether she has earned the right to say she wears a particular jean size. At what point does the goalpost stop moving? Some viewers thankfully pushed back, saying the exact size doesn't matter because Tammy has clearly made incredible progress and is still working on herself. And that exposes the two completely different conversations happening here. One group is obsessing over the jeans, the other is asking why Tammy's body is still being treated like public property. And then there's TLC, because I seriously doubt they accidentally chose this specific clip. The network reminded viewers that Tammy claimed she was down to a size 10 while promoting the upcoming season. They know their audience. They know people will debate it. They know the phrase size 10 will generate more arguments than simply saying, "Look how much progress Tammy has made." And judging by the response, mission accomplished. But maybe the most important thing to watch this season has nothing to do with Tammy's clothing size. Maybe it's whether Tammy can continue separating her progress from everyone else's expectations. Because losing weight is one kind of transformation. Learning not to let family comparisons define your worth is another. And there's something almost ironic about this entire situation. While strangers online were comparing Tammy's body to their own bodies, Tammy herself refused to compare her body to Amy's. She simply said, "I don't know." Maybe she genuinely didn't know, but either way, she didn't take the bait. And that might represent more growth than any number printed on a pair of jeans. So what do you think? Are viewers justified in questioning Tammy's size 10 claim, or has the conversation crossed the line into unnecessarily picking apart her body? And what about her mother immediately bringing Amy into the discussion? Harmless family conversation, or another comparison Tammy was smart not to entertain? Drop your take in the comments. And if you want more 1,000-Pound Sisters tea, family dynamics, and the details everybody else skips right past, hit like, subscribe to Truth Talk Tribe, and I'll see you in the next one.